just basically, can I just have you say your name and spell it?
Say my name?
Yeah, just say who you are, and just for the records, though,
Okay.
we just have, we know, but.
Name is Bob Moe,
Yep.
B-O-B-M-O-E.
All right, easy enough.
Yeah, not too difficult.
And what's your title?
My title with Titan Machinery is that of Senior Recruiting Specialist.
Okay. Can you give me a little bit about, obviously you do your name, your position, and then give us a little brief history of Titan Machinery.
Sure. My name is Bob Moe, and my position with Titan Machinery is Senior Recruiting Specialist. I work directly with the Service Technician Sponsorship Program that Titan Machinery has in place for students that are graduating from high school wanting to go into the diesel technology career, or students that are in technical schools currently that have not been sponsored by an equipment dealership to be a part of the service technician career. Currently, Titan Machinery is one of the largest Case New Holland equipment dealerships in North America. As of today, we have 78 store locations in the upper 7 Midwest states. Those states being North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, and North Dakota. We have some of our stores are straight agricultural equipment stores. Some of our stores are straight heavy line construction equipment stores, and some of those stores are combinations of each. But we are Case New Holland equipment dealership.
Okay. Let's do that one again. If you could add just a little bit more about the length of time Titan's been around and a little bit more history to it. I think the answer was spot on, the first one. But just add a little bit of history of the company and where it started from, and then how it's grown, maybe, just to give them options. If you feel comfortable.
I would. Not sure that I want to throw out exact dates.
Okay.
You know, I could state that Titan Machinery started here in, within the Red River Valley. We have grown considerably in the last 4 years, which again maybe is kind of irrelevant.
Okay.
I am not sure I feel real comfortable
Okay.
with throwing out the dates.
That's fine. Number 2, how many service techs do you typically employ, if you feel comfortable answering that? And then the importance of those service techs to Titan, and how hard is it to find those?
Currently, Titan Machinery at all of our 78 store locations employs about 500 full-time experienced service technicians. That does not count the students that we currently have sponsored in the Service Technician Sponsorship Program or part-time technicians that are working at our locations. Without question, to an equipment dealership, the service technician is probably one of the most important employees to be there for the first line of customer service, and that, of course, being the main reason why a customer will come back to a dealership is because of the type of customer service that he receives from the service technician department or from the service department. Very, very, very important part of any equipment dealership, and basically could say almost the lifeblood of an equipment dealership. It is extremely hard to find experienced service technicians. And obviously statistics, if you go to the Department of Labor and other statistics, will show that in the next 10 to 15 years, there will be more service technician positions needing to be filled than there will be technicians to fill those positions. The other part of my position with Titan Machinery is that of basically job placement director. Every position within any of our 78 stores ultimately goes through me. And without question, the hardest position I have to recruit for our stores and to find qualified persons for is that when the stores need experienced service technicians. So to answer your question, how important are they? To an equipment dealership, it's the lifeblood of the dealership.
You have done this before.
Oh, it's
You're just
it's
a really good
what I
speaker.
do.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, no, you're really good. That kind of leads into number 3, which is, tell us about the Case New Holland Partnership Program and why it is such an integral lifeblood, as you say, to the success of Titan Machinery. Why that partnership is so key.
Currently, Titan Machinery does participate with Case New Holland Manufacturer in a program that's in place that's titled Forging the Future. Case New Holland has several schools throughout North America that they partner with and have students become trained technicians on brand-specific equipment. The technical school in Moorhead is one of those store locations, and Titan Machinery has partnered with Moorhead Technical School for many years in the Forging the Future program with Case New Holland. It is an excellent program, excellent instructors, and the main purpose of this program is to, as I alluded to earlier, to find experienced technicians is almost impossible. So the next solution to that is to train your own service technicians, and being we are a Case New Holland dealership, to work with a school that partners with Case New Holland to train student technicians in to be brand specific with Case New Holland equipment is extremely important.
Okay. From Titan Machinery's perspective, how will the proposed transportation center help the company and the other dealers in the region?
Extremely huge. I guess maybe that's not an appropriate way to say it, but it is a very much needed addition to the school for several reasons.
All right, I'm going to have you start over.
Yeah.
Can I just have you turn your chair just a little bit and kind
Sure.
of sit more? Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Sorry,
Not
I'm
that I-
getting too relaxed.
Not that I don't want you to look relaxed, but there you go. I'll ask that again. I'm sorry. From the Titan Machinery's perspective, how will the proposed transportation center help your company and other dealers in the region?
This would be a fantastic addition to the school, and it would be of huge value to Titan Machinery as well as any other of the Case New Holland dealerships in the area that partnership with Case New Holland on the Forging the Future program. Several reasons as to why this would be a huge benefit to Titan Machinery and the other dealerships. One being the fact that equipment in the last 10 years has gotten larger, extremely large. If we're going to have trained service technicians working in our stores, they need to have a facility where you can get that large equipment into. Currently, it's almost impossible to get a combine in over at the school. And again, to work on the diagnostics, to work on the hydraulics, to work on failure analysis, to have experience working with the larger equipment is imperative to having a top-notch trained technical service technician from the school. So number one, having more facilities and a larger facility, or the additions of the transportation center, would allow for larger equipment and more pieces of larger equipment to be in there so that more students can be efficiently working on the larger equipment as opposed to having one four-wheel drive tractor and trying to have 90 students work around that one piece of equipment, which is inefficient for the instructors and inefficient for the students. The other thing that is a huge advantage to this addition would be, as everybody knows, today's service technicians are highly trained in the diagnostics and the failure analysis side. Having a facility that's equipped with the current equipment to perform that diagnostics via computer, everything is done through computer in a service department, even from the tech comms. They're all done via computer. The facilities have to be able to accommodate the needs of industry, which right now are having well-equipped, well-trained students coming out of those institutions. Thereby meaning you need larger facilities that allows for larger equipment. You need to have the equipment that allows for the proper training of what the stores and the dealerships expect because that's the environment these students go into. If you take a look at most of the equipment dealerships in the area, they have put huge investments into their service shops for a very good reason, as I alluded to earlier. The service department is realistically the lifeblood of any equipment dealership. So the students need to have those same type of facilities to be training on so that they are prepared to go out and work in the facilities for the dealerships such as Titan Machinery.
Are you seeing a difference between people you hire and recruit who haven't gone through the Forging the Future program and those that have? I mean, can you honestly say that you've seen a stark difference between those that have had the advanced training from the tech schools versus those that either come from another store or they, just they don't have that background? Can you see that stark difference?
Absolutely. As I stated earlier in this conversation, my position directly is working with the sponsorship students. Any student that's accepted into our Team Up with Titan or Forging the Future sponsorship program goes through me. And so I'm very much familiar with the quality of students that are attending the Forging the Future programs and the benefits that those students have coming out of the Forging the Future program. And without question, being a part of the Forging the Future program, having top-notch facilities, having top-notch instructors, having top-notch equipment to work on is a huge advantage, and I can certainly see that when they come out and go to the stores as a new, fully trained, full-time technician.
Would you say that Forging the Future was the first step in an evolution of being able to keep up with the demands of the ag industry as far as the machinery goes, that you can't just stop after you've gotten that first step implemented, that in order to, like you said, keep up with technology, you have to keep updating, you have to keep making these investments? And why is that so important to your industry?
Well, it is the first step,
right,
towards finding and training students to be qualified technicians. The Forging the Future really was I want to say entrepreneur, really was at the forefront of the development of this type of program, which other equipment dealerships have got on board with, and also provide the same type of training and programs. Yes, it was on the forefront and is the first step, absolutely.